Welcome to the Forest Forum as we look at our pathway towards the Champions League and get your predictions and these lots. Let's get into it. Evening, everybody. Hope you're doing well and welcome back to the forum where our numbers are depleted. I don't see Ant, I don't see S, I don't see Lemmy. And you got the true ones here. Rob, Ben, how you doing?
All right, good. I mean, considering what we're going to do tonight is the most spreadsheety exercise you can possibly imagine, I think you've got the right two people.
Well, I don't know. I just wanted to get some receipts on people. You know what I'm saying? So it's like you lot in the chat will get to play along as well. Hope you're doing well. Evening, Lefty. Evening, everyone in chat. Get your hellos in. Get your hellos in. All watching Europe. Well, it's Man U, isn't it, man?
Somebody watches Wandering Turnip. Look at that. Sorry, I plugged another channel. Shouldn't have done that. But
did Rob get what?
The shirt from Debenhams. Yes, I did actually.
Wait,
that's a very good question.
How many years ago did Debenhams close down? It must have been at least like 30 years ago.
Oh, Debenhams was nearly closing down when I was living in Nottingham.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Yeah.
Off topic.
When did it close down? Someone will know in the chat.
Was
it before or after Woolworths? Remember Woolworths?
Yeah, it was after Woolworths. It was after Woolworths.
That's
it was after. Nah, it couldn't have been after Woolworths.
Woolworths is Primark now, right? Or am I thinking of Littlewoods? I can't bloody remember.
I don't know.
Woolworths Primark. Someone tell me that in the chat. Was Primark Woolworths before, or was it Littlewoods, or was Littlewoods Woolworths before?
You see, in my mind, so okay, I'll bore you guys. So when was it, Rob? About a year or two ago? I can't remember why I was in Nottingham or last year or something. I met up with Rob and he gave me a retour of the city centre. Yep. It was like, I was almost giving him the tour back. I was like, well, my day over here was walkabout. You know, do you remember the Australian thing? Yeah. Is that still there? That's
what, opposite Games Workshop or Warhammer as it's now known? Or
so you would pick the most geekiest shop.
Walkabout was so sick. Used to go in and get 10 Jaeger bombs and be like, "G'day, mate. Can you have a?"
They've made you into the man you are today.
Jaeger bombs, mate. I want to go and find myself a couple of Sheilas. That was sick walkabout.
Did your accent get better after 10 Jaeger bombs or worse?
Yeah, it turned into Russian accent. By the end of the night, I was like,
Chuck would have felt at home there, wouldn't he?
Give me the nuclear launch codes.
Anyway, we're not here to reminisce. We're here to look forward. And Forest down to the final 10 games. Closed after COVID. I trust Martin to know that. So, yeah, boys, we got 10 games. All cup finals, as the saying goes? Or are we just in a slightly more comfortable position? Like, before we get into the individual games, let's do a quick look ahead to this weekend. And what are we saying about this Ipswich game? Because I fear it more than I fear the Man U game. I mean, I'm watching Man U in the background, and they're just crap, man. But how are you feeling about it, Ben, this Ipswich game?
I'm feeling good about it because I like games where Nuno has a point to prove. And obviously, that game against him in the FA Cup, we didn't play great, and we had to go to penalties to get a win. I think we go out there at the weekend and prove a point that we can comfortably beat Ipswich. I think we're going to win with a clean sheet.
Clean sheet win. Wow. Are you that confident, Rob? Boy, chat, what are you saying in the chat? Get your scores in. Oh, the ball's saying.
The thing is, it's a very different dynamic to when we played them in the FA Cup. As explained, both teams had a plan for 120 minutes, started off very cagey. In the league, they absolutely have to win somewhere, right? And they're going to be looking at their home games. So I think actually it will favour us because they're going to have to come out and attack us. I can't see that Ipswich can go into that game playing for a 0-0. So if they actually come out and attack us and leave space in behind, that's when we're going to punish them. I think we could be quite ruthless with them this time. So I think 1 or 2-0 to us. I don't see them breaking down our defence.
Do you still think we play the counter-attack thing?
Sorry?
You still think we go counter-attacky against them?
Why should we change? I think they're going to be under pressure from their... Look, I think they're going to be under pressure from their fans to have a go, right? because they need 3 points from somewhere, and I think that will play into our hands.
Do you still think? I was going to say, do you boys still think that other teams look at Forest as not a top 3 team and a team that they can target to get points out of?
I think entirely the result was in the first half of the season. You've got to remember these are all return fixtures now, right? I think, for example, Fulham smelt blood. They thought, sod it, we've already won at the City Ground now. We've got nothing to fear from these. So same with Bournemouth, but then I think other people might treat us with a bit more respect. So, you know, putting the last couple of years behind us, maybe they haven't quite adjusted to us being Champions League material yet, but I don't think they see us as relegation fodder either. And I think they're probably going to view it in terms of the last fixture. Sorry, I'll let Crypto have a go.
The thing is, there's always excuses from opposition fans. The excuse a few months ago was teams are going to find you out. It's just you're just fluffing the first half of the season. Teams are going to find you out. Now it's, you're getting lucky. And if we carry on like this at the end of the season, they'll probably say, you've just had like one of those crazy seasons where everything falls into place. I haven't heard an opposition fan yet who can really accept that we are actually a decent team. And I don't necessarily blame them because they don't watch us week in, week out. But if you look at our players, if you look at that defensive pairing in front of that goalkeeper, you can understand why we're this good. It's not a fluke, basically. We're this good because we have the right players in the right position. There's still places to strengthen, but if you watched us week in, week out, I think you would genuinely think that we can start challenging for kind of top 6 or 7 every season.
Does that bug anyone? Because a lot in the chat is saying they agree. They think that teams think they can get something out of it. I'm not going to lie. That kind of hurts my ego and pride a little bit. Like, shouldn't teams be fearing? We are third, man. We are like 4 points clear of Man City. Should they not be fearing us yet, man? Like, I don't know if I like it.
Rob?
Oh, me? Well, look,
the
weird thing is I think that the pundits have now moved ahead of the opposition supporters, because it seems like the pundits, if my YouTube feed is anything to go by, and I'm talking about a broad spectrum of Talk Sport, The Athletic, all HITC.
Don't tell us what you watch on there. We'll get back.
I know. Well, I do watch a lot of other football-related content, and it seems like the pundits are universally saying we deserve to be where we are, and they're analysing Nuno's tactics and saying that they're brilliant, and they're calling out individual performers, saying that we should have 2 or 3 players in the England squad, that kind of stuff. And I think the opposition fans are a bit more begrudging than that. I mean, I haven't really found a single Man City fan that gave us any credit for the other day, for example.
You found a single Man City fan?
No, I haven't found one. They are when other teams lose to us, they always express it in terms of their own shortcomings and their own failures. They never give us any credit. But I don't know. Maybe if we do end up finishing third, there might be some grudging acceptance.
Do you know what? Right. Me and Daps, we get on really well. But if I want to trigger him, if I just mention established 2008, it just clicks.
Yeah, it's brilliant, isn't it? It's such a cheap shot, but they deserve it. They deserve it.
Oh God! All right. So chat. What you lot saying? I'm worried about this game, boys. I'm not gonna lie. I just don't think it suits us.
I feel they're very unlucky, Ipswich. I mean, they lost at home to Southampton. They're really having one of these seasons where they possibly haven't got what they deserved from their performances. I mean, when you look at the table, there's one thing missing against their name, which is wins. They are really not very good at carving out a win. They managed to win at Wolves, and that's what got O'Neill sacked. But when you lose at home to Southampton, you think these are a team that have a bad season. I mean, they got done 6-0 by Man City at home as well, didn't they? They were all up for that, and then they just got absolutely trashed. So I don't know what it's going to be like if we take the lead. I don't necessarily see them battling back. They're just going to be thinking, here we go again. So I don't know. It might be tough until we take the lead.
Tom with the 499, he says, the only Forest fan YouTube channel that I can sit and watch all the way through. Thank you, bro. But make sure you subscribe to everyone else as well. There's some cracking content out there. He goes, do you think Liverpool's luck is about to change? Too little, too late, isn't it, Tom? That's what I would say. I mean, we can't catch them. I'm more interested in Arsenal right now. I want to beat Arsenal, man. I want to get ahead of them. I think Liverpool are on the beach. We'll see what happens with them. Cup final on Sunday. How you boys feeling about it? And Chow, how are you feeling about it? Does anyone want to see Newcastle win or Liverpool win so the position goes into the league? What's your take?
Yeah, I mean, I don't want to see Liverpool win anything, so I've got to go for Newcastle. But I think, like you say, Newcastle are too far ahead now to flop it. I do think they'll fall off a bit. And it was interesting seeing that infighting video between Trent and Salah the other day.
Salah, yeah.
And then obviously they got knocked out the game the other night, which was hilarious. PSG, yeah. So look, I think the league is pretty much there, and I know a lot of betting sites have actually paid out already on Liverpool to win the league. But I think we can beat Arsenal to second place. Arsenal are the biggest bottlers ever, and I know Ant's not here to defend himself.
He's on his way. He's on his way.
Is he on his way? Oh, because what?
No,
I heard Arsenal about 2 seconds ago, and he's already on his way. But look, Arteta, they've got such a good team. Arsenal, they do need a striker, but they've got such a good team. But Arteta just can't get it out of them. I reckon if you put Nuno in charge of Arsenal, they would win the league. But Arteta, he just can't get them in that mental space to go ahead.
Terrible.
Yeah, the mentality is just awful. And I think the longer they stick with him, they'll just keep finishing, second, third, fourth every season. So I think it would be hilarious if Forest finished second place, and then we'll see what Hooks has got to say.
Well, let me read the chat, the super chats, Robin. I'll just bring you in on asking where we're going to finish. Get your thoughts in chat. First, second, third, fourth, fifth. What are you saying? Put a number in the chat. 40 Levis with the 6 months. He says, would like to know Wolvie's view on Morgan Gibbs White's future. Well, we've got a video coming up on that on Tuesday, mate. So I will save the views there. But there has been some rumors circulating around Morgan Gibbs White. But we will keep you posted next week on that. Martin with the 28 months. What a legend. And my man Andy, who's with me every step of the way on all the 6 billion other shows that I've been doing lately, with the $4.99, says, you lot need to start listening to Rob now. He's pulling us through on the he pulled us through on the Man City win. They pulled up the stream and listened. Now you lot listen. Andy, no.
Appreciate it.
No, Andy. But thank you for the $4.99. And my man Steve, who's always there in those chats as well, with the year of membership. Thank you so much, Stevie boy. Happy 1 year anniversary to you. Speaking of 1 year later, evening, mate.
Evening. Hope everybody's well. I haven't missed much.
No, we were just talking about Arsenal.
We're talking about the walkabout before that. Yates's.
Yates.
I was there for New Year's in let's not go down that road. Anyway, Carl with the 19 months as well. You absolute legend. Get your hellos to Ant as well in the chat. Yeah, Rob paid him to pay us. That's exactly what happened. All right, should we get into this, boys? I don't know how well this is going to work, but we are going to try it. Oh, where's Ant gone? There he is. All right. I don't know why you're down there, but you're just going to have to sit there.
I don't mind.
So, okay, so as you can see, we got all the teams that Forest have between now and the end of the season. And we're going to have a little points tally, and one we'll see. We'll keep receipts on this to see which one gets it right. We've also got a little bit of a fun competition going with the other Forest podcasters. And at the moment, these lot are letting us down because FFTV is bottom, thanks to mainly Rob and Ez, if I'm being honest.
Yeah.
But Chris from Forest All Over is still on 0 points. And that is my cup final, man. I want him to stay on 0. I hope he hasn't predicted a Forest win.
That's
this
almost
week.
Derby-like. It's almost Derby-like, that, isn't
Exactly, man. And he talks a big game. He predicted us to win at Anfield and all this. And yes, Matt is rubbing it in his face. So I'm loving it. I'm loving Ryan as well with the 4.99. He says, evening, guys. Loving the content. Wood is due a goal or two this Saturday. You know what, Ryan? This has been on my mind for a week or two. Thank you for the 4.99. But when was Wood's last goal, guys? I can't remember.
Fulham away. Fulham away.
Yeah, it's not that long ago, is it?
Mm.
It feels long though.
Yeah, it does. But I think that's because we've had so few chances as well. It seems like nobody's getting any chances.
Does it feel like? Does it feel like? I feel like in the last 3 games, I feel like his first touch has deserted him a bit. Is it just me that thinks that? He's miscontrolled quite a few passes.
I think what's deserted him is Elanga, to be quite frank.
That's not a bad point, Elanga's kind of...
I mean, Ant wasn't very happy with that, clearly, but...
He's frozen, hasn't he? He's had his freezing bug.
I think the thing is with Elanga, right? We know Elanga is a fantastic player, but he definitely goes through patches of being fantastic. In the same way that lots of players do, you could say Morgan Gibbs-White does the same, Awani does the same. He definitely goes through patches, and when he's firing on all cylinders, he's probably one of the best wingers in the league. But when he's not, it's not very helpful for Wood because obviously he relies a lot on the service from Elanga.
I think regarding Wood, you have to look at the opposition as well. We've been playing some pretty tough teams with some pretty good.
Oh shit! Sorry, switching scenes.
I think you have to bear that in mind when you're looking. I mean, I don't. How many games ago is that, Rob? Do you know, Fulham?
God, that's difficult to think, isn't it? 3 if you include the cup.
3 games ago, yeah.
Yeah,
I mean,
so 2 league games we're saying.
He did get a hat-trick against Brighton. Let's be honest. He did get a hat-trick.
Yeah, he did, didn't he?
Yeah, let's not forget that.
Rob, to be fair, I could have probably got a hat-trick in that game as well, but I get your point.
I honestly feel like that he's had little to go on for the last few games, but his first touch has been bad. He's had a few sort of half chances, and we all know his mentality. Chris Wood is unfazed by missing a chance because he absolutely knows he's going to get 3 or 4 more within the game, and he's going to put one of them in, and he's usually right. So I don't think he's a confidence player. Which is nice, really, because you can't have too many confidence players, otherwise you end up with a confidence.
And you can't count the Man City game because he's not allowed to score against them.
About Elanga, I feel like Anthony Elanga's been moved around a hell of a lot the last few games, and he's been given quite specific jobs to do. I don't mean to go back to the days of Andy Cole at Man United, but it's his overall contribution. So he's maybe not been putting in the crosses that he was in the Brighton game, for example, but he's had specific jobs to do against some very tough opposition. So maybe we'll see everybody go back to their normal shape and their normal job this Saturday. And, Wood will get a couple of goals, Elanga will get a couple of assists.
Yeah.
All right, let's jump into it, boys. Let's start with... Should we do it in reverse order? Because then we can just finish off talking about Ipswich, or should we start from the soonest to the oldest?
Go in chronological order.
Yeah,
all right,
I agree.
So
Chronological order. Yeah.
I'm just putting my cards on the table. Oh shit. All right. No, I'm not. Just good start. All right. Someone say something. Mother.
I'd like to extol the virtues of technology and how wonderful it is when it's in capable hands.
Have you had a power cut, Anne?
No.
It's like pitch black in.
I fixed it. All right, I'm going W, right? You lot can swivel on that dub for Forest. I'm going 1. I don't know what score yet, but I'm going to dub Ipswich.
Let me
say I'm wrong. Lemmy and Ez, I can't be bothered to put theirs in because they're not here.
Yeah. I mean, Lemmy is pretty negative, so he'd probably go loss every game.
Yeah, should we go losses for those two on everything?
Losses every game for Lemmy and Ez.
Yeah. All right, so what are you saying?
No, actually, I know Ez's predictions, and they're virtually all wins.
Actually, no, you're right. Ez did give me his prediction.
Yeah. We finished on about 77 points.
If he supplied them, put them in.
I supplied them. He's gone to win 3-0.
Oof.
Let's chuck that in for Ez. All right, and you're next.
Yeah,
Joe, if you're watching, WhatsApp me your things quick. All right, and what are you saying?
Yeah, I'm gonna win. Yeah.
A win. Okay, I don't like this. If we're all gonna go win, Rob,
win.
Crap.
Yeah, but it is Ipswich. To be fair,
they're very, very unlucky.
Win.
Is there anyone in the chat who doesn't think a win?
Chapo says there may be a draw. Win or draw.
He still doesn't think we're going to lose, though. That's worried me a bit.
Do you know, the funny thing is, I don't think that we actually need to win it. As long as we win the home games, as long as we win... if we win, it's bonus. It means we can actually slip up at one of the home games. But I'm basing my whole thing on you need to win the 5 home games and then the rest is a bonus. So
yeah, but this is Ipswich. Every game you got to win. You got to win these games.
Yeah, let's not discuss every single scoreline.
We'll be here forever.
We'll be here forever. Yeah.
All right. So what you got next? Then let's go to Man U. Let's do it in reverse order here. Ben,
win.
Really?
Yeah. Man U is shit. That's so bad.
All right, Rob.
Win. We've won our last 2 games against them. I don't see why not.
Oh my God, you lot if we did this a week ago, I might never would have been.
It's going to be full of green.
Would have been the same for these.
Go on, Ant.
Win. They won't score against our defence.
Wow. Okay.
I don't think we should
do?
be looking to beat Ipswich, by the way. I agree with that, but I'm just saying it's not a disaster if we don't.
It is.
Ez has gone a W as well, 2-0. Oh, you lot are happy clappers, man. I have to go a win. What? Yeah. I can't not go a win against my freaking.
You can, but you know you don't want to, so just do it.
I can't, man. It's my mortal.
We'll be back to reality after the next fixture.
Yeah.
All right. So, what were you in the chat saying? Man, if Owen's going 100% win, wait, is he saying 100% win Man United? As in we lose?
Man United, sure.
But I could read he thinks Man U are going to win 100%.
Nah.
Yeah, it does look that way, to be fair.
Oh, and you're going to have to clarify. Man United struggling to score open chances. I need them out tonight. I need them out.
Lemmy's just messaged me and said because we didn't sign anyone in the January transfer window, he thinks we're going to lose all of the remaining games.
He's going with an L then.
Yeah.
That's definitely what he didn't say.
All right, we'll put Lemmy down for an L. I've just realized the background's red.
Lemmy, hold that L. Hold that L.
All right, this one I think is where it first gets interesting. This Villa one. Rob, I'll kick it off with you on this one.
Yeah, I can't see us winning it. We've had a bad experience there the last couple of years. We were lucky to beat them at the City Ground. They took the lead. I just think that even though Duran, the guy that scored against us, has now gone, I think, Watkins is coming into some kind of form. They've got Rashford playing well as well. So, they have got other commitments, but I think out of all...
This is away as well, Rob. Sorry, just to clarify.
It is away. It is away. I have got us down, I think, for 2-1 loss here.
You negative? No.
Oh, shut up. Come on. Otherwise, you can't just put a row of W's.
This is why you're bottom of the podcast league and shaming us up, man.
Out of the remaining ones, this is the highest risk.
All right. Ben.
I mean, I was gonna say lose as well, but knowing that Rob predicts every single match incorrectly, I'm going to go with a draw.
A draw?
That's the most ridiculous reasoning.
Well, it's not, because you've got 0 points on the predictor lead.
A draw. All right, and are you going to just do it on what you think you're going to do as some agendas here, man?
Yeah, I've got mine written down here. Yeah, I've gone for a 2-1 Villa win. That doesn't mean that, obviously, it's a prediction. It doesn't mean it's certain. And Forest are certainly capable of getting a draw at Villa. But I just feel we've got to lose a game at some point. And that's the only one I've done for us to lose. So
this is a good point, though. Villa in the FA Cup and Champions League. They got
they're diluted between a lot of competitions.
Yeah. So, but nevertheless, I just feel that'll be a tough game for us. So, yeah, loss. Yeah.
All right, Nicky, man, don't blame me, right? Nick does all the art stuff, right? Have a word with Nick, your namesake, right? Just like, and I don't want to highlight the L's anyway, Nicky. Yeah,
just Nicky, whatever
you
you
just
do.
sort your CCTV out, mate. Sort that CCTV out, right?
No, whatever you do, Nicky, don't ask him now because he's probably crying again.
I was just going to say, Curtis.
Clears a bell on my telly. Perhaps Nicky's watching it in his black and white telly.
Maybe. Curtis, thank you for the $2. I'll bring yours up at the end so it kind of goes in line with when the boys have done there. So if anyone wants to super chat like that, that is actually a perfect super chat, and I'll compare it to what the boys think as well, buddy. So thank you so much for the $2. All right, Ez
put him
went
on
a
line
draw.
2. Put him.
What?
Delete Lemmy and put Curtis in there because he's actually provided you with his. He's
Just
paid.
get
As well.
Yeah, you know what, Curtis, you're part of the squad now. You can be Lemmy.
Yeah.
You can be Lemmy.
Yeah, he's
Curtis.
paid.
Yeah.
He's paid.
Yeah, freaking Lemmy, man. And I'm gonna go. All right, that's.
Oh,
Negative.
No one's predicted a win, boys.
Put Curtis in.
All right, I'll put Curtis's scores as Lemmy. So he's gone WWD. Still, no one's predicted a win there. Then
no,
it is difficult to see where a win's coming from in that one. Was it 4-2 last year?
We can win. We can win. We've been to a lot of away grounds and won this season.
We did have a very makeshift defence last year, didn't we? We had Nearcart at left back
instead of me anyway. So
no. I'm joining in. We had a makeshift defence last year. What's his name played at left back? Nearcarte played at left back, and Omabamidele made a mistake. Or two
I don't know why he did that.
Sorry, Anne. Please continue.
No. I've forgotten now.
Before you do continue, we got 250 in here and 62 likes.
Oh,
I know these lot have been negative, and no one's predicted a Forest win, including Curtis.
What happens when I'm not on from the start? People see I'm not on, and they go, "That's it. I'm not liking this thing."
Yeah, that's exactly what happened.
That's exactly what happens.
It is.
All right. Let's get into this next one, boys. Right. Everton at home. Everton are undefeated in the last 4 matches, 1 win and 3 draws. Everton under Moyes look completely different to Everton under Dyche. Now, we did beat them finally, didn't we? What was the score? That was that beautiful 2-0. Chris Wood lob. It was 2-0, wasn't it?
2-0 at their ground.
Yeah.
Gibbs White got the second.
But Dyche always had something against us. You know what I'm saying? I mean, he spent more time at the City ground than he did at Goodison. This one worries me a little, boys. Let's kick this off with you, Ben. So you can't have a rub agenda against
it. If there's any games on this list where it's a guaranteed win, it's this one.
Really?
100% win.
To Everton or Forest?
To Forest. Forest at home against Everton will smash them out of the park.
We've not beat them at home since we've been back.
I know, but this season is different. This is what I'm trying to tell people. People are going to believe. It may have to take the season to end, but people are going to believe eventually.
The problem you got is Nicky's saying a W as well, bro.
That's all right, man. Nicky's cool. I mean, Nicky won't be there because he's banned, but I'll be there.
We got W against Everton, but I think it'll be tough 2-1. Johnny Boy's saying 3-1. I don't know. Ant, what are you saying on this one?
I've gone for us to win this one 2-1.
A win.
Yes, well said, Ant.
Okay. There's a lot of green on this board, boys. That's all I'm saying.
Well, I know for a fact that when I look at my scores at the end of it, I'm going to think, that's stupid. It's too ridiculous. But,
Ez has gone W as well.
The problem I've got is that I was criticizing Ez in the WhatsApp saying, no way is this going to happen, and all my scores are the same. That's my part. So now I'm going to have to backtrack and apologize to Ez.
What are you saying, Rob? You gotta buck the trend.
I think we'll win this one 2-0. The fact that they took 6 points off us last season was a disgrace, right? So, firstly, they played us at the City ground while Cooper was in his 1 point from 7 game streak, And Everton, they just had the points deduction, and they were on their little streak that they had after that. So they got us at the worst time, and them at the best time for that win they had at the City Ground. That was 1-0.
Was that game before the Spurs game? Was that the?
I think so, yeah.
And
then away from home, remember, was the 3 penalties that we didn't get. It was absolute obscenity, that game. So we dealt with them fairly easily at Goodison Park. I can't remember them having a serious attack. And I really want us to win this because they've got that idiotic podcast where the guy said that only 2 or 3 Forest players would get in the Everton team. So this one is really important for me. We need to take a full 6 points from them.
Tuffy TV?
Now,
he actually said 1. He actually said 1,
so,
and that's a bit like that.
Yeah, they're delusional, right? And I think you've got to look at who they've beaten. You know, they've just beaten Leicester. You know, I mean, that doesn't mean anything, right? So, yeah, I'm not particularly worried about this. It'll be a tough game, but we'll beat Everton at home.
Oh, we get the preview with Everton Mike. I miss him. I ain't spoken to Everton Mike for ages. You spoken to him, man?
No.
He's all high on Moyes, isn't he, at the moment?
Yeah. You forget them down there, don't you? You know what I mean?
Yeah, beneath us.
It's like Jace from West Ham. I've not spoken to Jace for ages. I used to speak to him all the time, but now I never think about West Ham.
The only thing that could make the trip up, and I'm sure Ant will agree, is Mangala potentially scoring a hat-trick against us.
There's always that danger.
Yeah, there is a possibility.
Hey, I just had a thought, chat. Do you want us to do a little beat the drop reunion episode?
I'd love it. I'd love it. I know I'm not a viewer, but I'd love it.
Oh no, Jimmy's gonna come
Obviously,
back.
I'd love it. We're third in the table.
Even then, Statman John's gonna be all arrogant as well, isn't he?
Yeah, but it's okay because he's still below us. But it's Jace. It's Jace.
Oh, Jace, God knows what he's going to say. They're saying yes in the chat. All right, we'll see. Me and Ant will figure something out. All right, I'm going to go a draw, boys. Sorry.
Ooh.
I'm going to go draw.
Just to be a bit different.
No, that's just kind of what I thought. That's what I thought.
It could be a draw, couldn't it?
It could be anything. All right, so that's that one. Now, my second most hated team in the league. We got to kick this one off with Ant. He's not a big Spurs fan. Chat, get your Spurs predictions in, and also get those likes up, people. Get those likes up. And Tottenham, if they go out, what's the Tottenham score now? Does anyone know?
I can check.
I don't know.
If they go out tonight, I mean, Ange could go
1-1 on aggregate. 1-1 on aggregate.
1-1. Oh, they've leveled it.
United scored.
Yeah, 1-1 for them. All right. If they do go out tonight, though, Ant, that could be the end of Pasta Carglaw.
We don't want that.
No, so you want Spurs through?
No, but they won't necessarily sack him, because the guy should have been gone months ago. So I don't know. Is there any point in sacking a manager at this stage of the season when you've got nothing to play for? You may as well wait till summer, hadn't you?
Yeah, but then you give your new manager less time to bed in and all that crap.
Yeah, I get that. But
oh my God, look at Nicky.
But what decent manager is going to want to leave his club at this time of the season to manage Spurs?
Steve Cooper.
No, I said which decent manager?
Sorry. Sorry. I missed.
It's going to leave their club. Leave the club that they're managing at the moment to take over Spurs in their current predicament. They aren't going to be queuing up, are they?
There will be, Anne. There will be.
I mean, look, let's face it. We didn't want Nuno. We didn't want Postecoglou. Neither of those were first choices.
All right. But what are you saying about this match?
Then? It's because I'm a coward. I've gone 1-1.
You've gone for a draw after all the crap you give Sava and them lot, man. You're going for a draw.
I don't really think that, but I've got to have a draw somewhere. Otherwise, the run looks ridiculous.
You're getting all Ez-like. All right. Oh, shit.
Yeah.
All right, Ant's gonna draw. What are you saying, Rob? Oh crap!
I'm afraid I've also gone for a draw.
You lot are so negative.
It does suit us though, because especially away from home, they're gonna come at us and we could hit them on the break. But I feel like Tottenham have halfway fixed their league form they made some reasonable signings in the January window. Not that we want to talk about the January window, but he's steadied the ship a little bit. They're not quite as disastrous as they were. But, if we get a draw there and then we've taken 4 points off them this season, I'm satisfied with that in the head-to-head.
Screw you both, man. I cannot. We used to always go to White Hart Lane, man, and get a win. Ian Wone, Brian Roy, it was their backyard, man. That's what I'm saying. Forest, again, I know it's not White Hart Lane, but it's right next door to it. We haven't won yet at White Hart Lane since we've been back, and I need this win. This is an important W for me.
And our style is exactly the kind of style that they absolutely can't play against.
Exactly.
So the game's set up for us. I wouldn't be at all surprised if we win that game. But like I say, I can't have win, loss, win. I've got to have a draw somewhere.
Well, you can if you believe. Robbie style. What about 0-0? 0-0 went after I made sure we beat Brighton 7-0. All right, so Ez has gone a win. Good man, Ez. Good man. And then what did Curtis do? Can you see it?
Scrolling up, I can't find it.
In the start, they've been in the start, Rob. In the start,
Curtis went a win as well. Big up, Curtis. You still didn't let me out. Okay. Next one. Oh, God. Brentford.
I haven't done mine yet.
Oh, I ain't done yours. All right. What are you saying?
I'm going win, clean sheet, Marinakis at the end of the game, whispering in Jed Spencer is to come back to Forest.
Wait, so far, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. In 25 options, there's only 3 L's.
Yeah. Yep. We're gonna finish second in the table.
Okay. All right.
We did have 7 wins in a row not that long ago. So
you're not forgetting this is the end of the season. This is where pressure starts to kick in.
I think we're getting better again.
All of this assumes no injuries, right? So there's still can go wrong.
Sorry, Rob. That's negative. You can't say that.
Oh.
All right, so let's. Oh, for God's sake, another pen to Man U. That's an absolute dive, man. Oh, they're so annoying.
I didn't think that first Man U was a penalty.
I'll tell you what, man. I just wish Man City would buy them out. I really do. I can't even look
without a TV on in the corner.
Huh?
Am I the only one without a TV on in the corner?
I don't know. I can only see your face, mate. I can only see
focus on the spreadsheet.
Okay, Brentford. I hate Brentford, man.
Is it away or home?
Home.
This is at home.
Forest.
Okay.
What are you saying, Ben? Your turn. Chat, what are you saying? I just don't like Brentford, man. I'll be honest with you.
I'm gonna draw.
A draw?
Yeah.
That's not like you, mate.
I know, but
are you doing WWD? Is this your thing?
No. My ones are all going to tail off and go downhill. Just wait.
All right, and what are you saying on this one?
I've gone for a win. Brentford are awful away from home. That attack won't get through our defence. I have such faith.
Okay.
No, that's Ant.
Are you
Although I do think it will be a win.
All right, fine.
I mean, they've got the capability to score against us. They've got Mbremo and Wissa, right? But I think that we've now put Brentford behind us. We had an issue with them, and we've managed to get rid of them in the way that we haven't with Fulham and Bournemouth. I'm not worried about Brentford anymore after what we did to them at their ground in front of their fans.
You do realise either you're copying Ant or Ant's copying you. I know you've got.
No, we've arrived at this independently.
There's been no confirming on notes or anything. It is just a little bit too copied my homework for my liking, man.
Yeah, it's a bit suspicious.
There's still 4 more games. There's still 4 more games to go.
Hold on. There's the penalty. Oh, for God's sake, he scored it. That fucking ferret, man.
None of this helps us in Europe, does it? Because if they won the Europa League, they'd have to then finish in the Champions League positions to then. Yeah, so it doesn't.
If they win the Europa League, 5th place is screwed, isn't it?
No, it's not.
Is it?
I
No,
told you
no,
the
no,
rules
no,
changed.
no,
The rules
no.
changed.
Wolfie absolutely educated me. I was going to say taught me a lesson. Educated me about this the other day. The rules have changed, Rob, and it's good news.
Yeah.
Go on, Wolfie. Let them know.
You can have 7 now in the Champions League. 5 through the league. We're 98% on the coefficient. Spain are second. And then you can have, say, Villa win the Champions League and don't get top 5. And also, say, Spurs win the Europa and don't get top 5. Would have 7 in the Champions League. We could have up to 12 teams in Europe next season. 12.
So that's amazing. That's such a huge change, and it's the correct change to make as well, because we've been there before.
All right, let's. What did Curtis go? He went a win there. I'm going to draw, boys. I think you guys are getting a little too giddy here.
Yeah, we are.
Calm down.
Rob and Ant, you're getting too giddy, man.
Giddy saying we're going to beat Brentford at home. Come on.
I'm just saying, man.
Just beat Man City.
There's a hell of a lot. I'm running out of W's here. I'm running out of W's. Chat, make sure you hit that like.
This isn't a game of Risk where you run out of green armies. You can make as many W's as you like.
Thing is, as I was going along, I thought I can't have all these W's. Oh, but we're going to beat them, so I've got to have one for them. But the next one, oh no, we're going to do that. No, you know what I mean? It's like
Curtis says
you look at the end, you think that's not realistic.
1,
What,
2,
for
3,
Brentford
4,
at home,
5.
Curtis? Are you mad?
He did put an L.
I got them. Do it. Do the
Curtis,
needful.
you ruined the pattern, mate.
Curtis is on the ball.
Oh shit! Hold on, you ruined the pattern, Curtis. I didn't put W. What did I say? Draw.
You said draw.
Well, ask yourself.
Curtis, you're so negative, man. You're so negative, bro. What's going on?
You're negative putting a draw down.
Mate, if I'm right, we've won the league.
No.
Ish. Yeah, we're ahead of Arsenal. All right. Rob, Palace.
That's a more difficult one now.
Oh, this one's away.
Yeah, I'm going to say 0-0.
I thought you'd go with lots or something.
Well, we've had a lot of draws there, haven't we? We never lose to them, but we always draw there.
And they, as always, Rob, they've got nothing to play for the rest of the season.
They were terrible.
No, they're in the European race.
They look good now. Eze seems to be back in form, and Mateta is absolutely smashing it now. So,
he's injured
a dangerous game. It's a dangerous game, but it's not a place that we lose. It's not a team that we lose to.
So we've now guaranteed a loss. I'm going to put a loss now. He said that.
No, you don't.
To be honest, the whole of the Premier League and House Fan League should be the CL, yeah. All right, go on then. Whose turn is it? Ant?
I'm going to go with
when
Rob.
you first said it, Palace away, I was thinking, oh, that's one. I'll put that down a loss. But I've actually put it down as a 1-1 draw.
Are you sure you're not just...
Oh my God, you two are disgusting, man.
Look. I don't think we need to
feel more confident or less.
Do you want me to answer Rob's as well as mine for the next few?
I might as well, honestly. All right, I'm going to tell you now we lose this one. I'm putting it as an L.
Really?
I'm putting it as an L. What are you saying, Ben?
I'm going with a draw.
Where's their win coming from? Where's their win coming from? How are they going to keep a clean sheet and get past our defence?
Mate, Palace are decent, man.
Palace
They are, but so are we.
Wait, what did you say, Ben?
Draw.
Draw. All right. What did Ez say? I can't remember.
He probably said
a draw as well. Bloody hell. There's a lot of draws on this one.
That's because when football fans who worship their club but don't want to say loss, they'll say draw.
That's what I'm saying. You lot just like you gotta play this so positively.
I haven't said
Curtis is the only one got W here. He's the only one got W. All right. All right. This is by how much? There's no such thing as any other color but green here. Surely everyone in the chat goes a win against Leicester. Surely. And you're up first, I think.
Yes, it's a wonderful win.
Does that relegate them?
Hopefully.
Hey, it'd be great if you relegated them and confirmed Champions League for us on the same night, wouldn't it? That'd be good.
Wait, have I got this the right way around? It's West Ham. It is that order, isn't it? West Ham.
Yeah. Leicester, West Ham, Chelsea. Yeah.
All right, so I think we could officially relegate them that day. I'm not even going to waste our time. Everyone's a W here. I don't even need to check Curtis. This has to be a W, surely.
He's ran out of W's.
No, that's all right. They magically reappear. You're all W's, yeah?
Yeah.
I haven't even
Funny
checked.
thing is, if they'd had their previous manager, it would have been a more difficult fixture than if they're turning up with the turtleneck.
Really?
Yeah,
really?
The turtleneck is even worse. You've got to agree.
Steve Cooper away from home.
Away from home. Did you see that game? It was dominance. It's just easy.
Okay,
and Cooper only beat Southampton away from home. He kept that up.
Just a little bit of credit. Can you not agree they've had a downgrade in manager?
No. They're both appalling. I'm not going to agree with that.
I agree with that. Emily with the 499, she goes, I remember watching estimating results in matches for survival in the first season. Crazy watching you do this for CL football. You know what, Emily? I forgot we did do that, man. And Emily, they were just as deluded back then as they are now, right? Because they were giving us W's against like Man City
we stayed up, didn't we?
Not by the margin you had. You had us nearly pushing Europe. Thank you, Emily. Appreciate the 499. But yeah, my God, how things have changed. All right.
Tell you what, the grid didn't look like that last year. I can promise you.
Yeah.
Whatever we predicted, it didn't look like that.
No, it was pretty green. It was. I might try and dig up a screenshot of it.
Yeah, you dig it up.
All right, go on, Ben. What are you saying on
we're
away?
away.
What
about the Chelsea match? Is the Chelsea match at home?
That's the last game of the season at home.
Okay, I'm gonna have to go loss then, because otherwise I won't have a loss in there. Loss.
Lose the West Ham out of all the losses.
Yeah, they've been pretty poor. And Paqueta won't be there, will he, by that time?
Oh yeah, he's getting banned for life, isn't he?
Well, that's what the FA have asked for. That's what the FA
apparently.
Spot fixing. Deliberately getting yellow cards.
He's had us on 47 points the first season. What did we finish on? 36?
36, I think.
This was like the lowest, man.
That's
11 points overestimated.
Yeah, but come on, we did get some poor VAR. Are you talking first season or second season?
First season.
Well, we didn't have much to go on there, so that can be forgiven.
You know when it was? I think, if I remember rightly, we did it at the end of January, where Forest were top of the league on the form. Do you remember that? On the form table for January. We were all giddy, man. We were all giddy.
I've got to tell you this stat I heard last night. It's unbelievable. Between us and Manchester City, there's been a 63-point swing this season.
Yeah.
63 points. Better off than we were last season, in comparison with Man City.
What?
That's crazy. Eh?
Is it? Are you sure?
Yeah. 63 points, because they finished on, how many did they finish on last season?
I don't know, man. It's your stat.
85, something like that, and we finished on 36. So there's 50 of them.
All right,
50 of them.
Yeah, but we're a bigger club than Man City.
Yeah. No, I just thought it was an amazing stat. 63-point swing.
Okay. Well, we're with you. What are you saying to West Ham?
I've gone for a draw on this one.
A draw.
1-1. 1-1 I've put down. I don't know what.
Rob's banned from
I swear to God, I'm leaving Rob.
That's why I was laughing when I was saying it. I thought if Rob's gone for a draw.
Ez has gone W. What did Curtis go? Curtis went W as well. I can't see us winning this one.
Oh, come on.
I think we lose it.
No.
Yeah. West Ham at home, last game of the season. They're going to win.
No. West Ham at home, whether it's last day of season or not, it's just shite.
We haven't taken a point there, if I remember right. We haven't taken a point.
Okay, come on. Last year didn't we have Blackademus in goal for that one? It was just utter shambles last year.
Yeah, and we'd not taken a point to Liverpool for 55 years. Yeah. What happened then is not actually relevant to the matches today at all.
I believe we will win this, and you need to think back to the result at the City ground, where we did them 3-0 and it wasn't even close.
Yeah,
right?
But they had Thingy, man, and they were just dead. He was dead man walking.
Lopetegui is not. He's basically had one result. Lopetegui's had one result, which is that he won at Arsenal somehow with one shot on target.
Why are you talking about Lopetegui?
He was in charge.
Yeah.
Yeah, but not
sorry.
now.
Anyway, no, they've got Potter now.
You mean Graham Potter, don't you?
I mean Graham Potter. Sorry, yes. Lopetegui was the manager before, right? So Potter's had one result, which is they somehow won at 1-0 at Arsenal. And can only explain that. But look, they've got they've got maybe one or two players that worry us a bit, which is Kudus and Bowen. But if you look at our defense now, Sells behind Milenkovic and Murillo, I don't see them getting past that in the way that they scored 3 goals past Vlachodimos last year, and I think 2 were from corners. We let in 2 goals from corners that game, if I remember right. So I don't know. I think it could be very.
Did we lose 4-0? Did we lose 4-0?
No, we lost 3-2 there last year.
Oh, we took the lead, didn't we?
Yeah,
Elanga scored early. Yeah,
right. It started off with Dominguez doing the horror pass, and then Awoniyi scored.
Yeah.
Elanga scored, and then we let 2 goals in from corners. Right?
Wait, is that the one where Elanga whipped his shirt off?
Honestly, we are such a different team now. We're going to win that 1-0.
That's what I remember.
Finally a difference between you and Anne, man.
Yeah, see, we're not copycats.
Yeah,
I don't know. Just like
can you just bring up Ezra's confirmation of my earlier stat, please?
I did, mate.
It flashed on.
Wait, I can't. You need to do it. I'm like, I got like 3 screens.
I can't be bothered. Yeah, they finished 59 points above us last year, and we're 4 points above them now. That's it.
There you go. Happy. All right, and that brings us to Chelsea. Oh. Now, Chelsea should still be fighting for Europe, but they've got a horrific end to the season. I think they've got Newcastle, Liverpool, Man U, Forest, something like that. I think they'll still be fighting for something. Could we, by your lot stats, we'll be about a point behind Liverpool. So are we on the beach for this game? Like, have you not considered that?
Hey, listen, if we are, we are.
Lucky red card. Wait. The ref's on the books, man. The ref is on the books, man. I swear to God. It's just ridiculous. Sorry, carry on.
Goes without saying.
Right, we need to have this well and truly wrapped up before this Chelsea game, because we can't have a situation where it's like we're playing them for the last slot. Do you know what I mean? It needs to be sorted out by beating Leicester at home. And according to my predictions, it will be. But if in terms of prediction, I had this one.
I'm right. We can see that so far the whole season. So good luck.
But I have put this one down for a draw, just because the games that we're having with Chelsea, they tend to be decided by a single goal, or they tend to be draws. I mean, we should have drawn with them last year, and then we kind of chucked it away on the last.
That's the only time they beat us, Rob, since we've been up.
I know.
We were coasting that season. Coasting.
Look, yeah, I just think that they are decent. They're very inconsistent. A lot depends on whether Cole Palmer gets his form back. They are decent. We'll probably just we'll have it in the bag by then, and it'll just be a on the beach game. It'll be a party, hopefully.
Do you not see a scenario? I was talking to one of the Chelsea YouTubers, and he was saying to me, "Can we do old school World Cup third games of the group stages where we just pass it on the halfway line and each take a point?"
Oh God! If I'll tell you what, if there's a situation where we draw that game and we're both guaranteed to qualify,
that's what he's saying.
Yeah, that could definitely happen.
Did you see that happening? A little Maresca and Nuno have a little chat.
You know what? I don't know. I absolutely don't think there'd be any conversations, but I think both managers will be thinking it, and the players will be too. And there'll be no flying tackles. There'll be no taking risks. There'll be no leaving spaces at the back. It will be very, it'd be like an exhibition match. Of course, things can go wrong in those games, and a team can accidentally score, as it were. But I think that will definitely be the case. But it won't be, because Forest are going to win the game comfortably. Chelsea are absolutely dog shit, and they'll be way out of Champions League contention by that stage.
Are you getting a W?
Oh, absolutely, yeah.
Okay.
Nothing surer than that. Nothing sure.
There's literally no way Nuno is going to let them lose at home on the last day of the season. This is the
Players
most
won't want to.
That is what happened last year. We had this exact fixture as our last home game last year.
This is the most
but
guaranteed.
we weren't fighting for Champions League, Rob.
No, we were fighting to stay up.
We stayed up by then.
No, we stayed up on that game, even though we lost it.
Yeah,
do you remember?
I can't remember half these games from last year. You know, they're all merging.
What happened was, all we needed to do,
I don't know how he does it.
All we needed to do was draw that game last year to be certain of staying up. But because I think Burnley and Luton, because Luton lost at West Ham, that was it. It didn't matter that, and they played before us, so we were all right even if we lost.
Yeah.
It's ringing a bell. I don't know how you remember those details, man.
The only West Ham game I watched all the way through.
All right, chat. Right, you got to chill out a bit. Like seriously, we're joking, right? We're joking, but it could happen. It could happen.
There's no way you could prove that anyway.
You can't prove it.
Absolutely unprovable.
It's this kind of thing that would probably be dealt with at, shall we say, a more senior level.
Yeah.
Anyway, I didn't say that.
Before Rob interrupted me about 30 times, I'm going for a win.
You going for a win?
I think I'm going for a win.
All right, you're going for a win, and I'm going for a draw.
God, negative Nelly to the end. Mind you, this is the guy that's still shaking 4-0 up. So
I don't know why, but we can't seem to defend against Raheem Sterling. And if he's not playing, then I'm more optimistic because he's at Arsenal. So
where's your numbers for the total points column?
Don't worry, I've got that as well. I just got fucking.
It doesn't just chuck this show together, you know.
Exactly. Right. There's, Nick does put a lot of work in. But I've messed this up.
Does.
So.
Yeah, Nick does.
Poor Nick. All right, so let's do the tallies. I can't get it to work now after you just made that claim. Hold on. All right, so someone say something entertaining just while I fix this.
Be the first time.
Push you on the spot, doesn't it, when that happens?
Oh my God, you lot can never shut up normally.
I know. Okay, then who do you think is going to go into the England squad, this upcoming England squad? Morgan Gibbs-White?
It has to be Callum Hudson-Odoi.
Callum Hudson-Odoi?
I don't think he will, though.
I think Hudson-Odoi ought to, because that left-hand side is not one where we've got an oversupply of talent. We have in the number 10 spot, but I mean, if he's vying with Gordon, I would actually prefer Hudson-Odoi to Gordon.
And did Tuchel know him? No, he wouldn't have known him, would he? It would have been after Hudson-Odoi. Tuchel?
Yeah.
Was it Chelsea? I'm not sure. Tuchel.
No, I think he was at Chelsea under Tuchel, yes.
No, I think he did have him, because didn't they win the Champions League under him?
Yeah, he knows him, yeah.
So he does know him, and he comes across as a decent lad. So, yeah, he might get a call. Gibbs-White might get a call. Well, I think that was more of a populist thing with the media, to be honest.
The thing about Hudson-Odoi is he's a big game player. He scores big goals in big games, and that's what you need at international level. That's what it's all about.
All right.
No, we haven't all said
that. We're done. I've fixed it. Okay, so
that's not right,
people. I know. All right. So Forest are on 51 points. All right, we're going to do this together quickly, right? So, Ben, you've gone 3, 6, 9, 12, 15, 18, 19, 20, 21 points. What are we on, chat? 51 points. Is it
on 51 now?
What did I just say Ben went?
21.
21 plus 51. You're going 72.
Yeah.
Wow. Okay.
Same.
What's Rob? 3, 6, 9, 10, 13, 19,
72.
20.
Oh, 72 is pretty much guaranteed second place, yeah?
No, it would be guaranteed Champions League. But...
Curtis Taylor's 62. That can't be right, because 72 is... All right, and what have you got here? 3, 6, 9, 12, 15, 18, 19, 20, 20.
72 again.
I got 19 written down here. 3, 6, 9, 10.
You've gone for 3 draws and a lot, same as me and Crypto.
Yeah. No, it's definitely 72.
Ez has gone 3-6.
For some reason, the draw didn't hit my draw. I'm like, how many have I said?
Ez has got us not to lose, man. This guy's
No,
no wonder he does a crap on the podcast.
Crazy.
3, 6, 9, 12, 15, 18, 21, 24, 25, 26 plus 71. He's gone 77. What the actual whole?
I told you he'd gone 77 before we started.
All right,
Curtis is 72, same as us.
72.
3 draws and a loss.
Okay, and I've gone 3, 6, 9, 12, 14, 15. 15 plus 61.
66.
76. No, what did you say? 15 plus 51?
3, 6, 9, 12. 13, 14, 15.
65.
66.
56.
Welcome to Brain of Britain 2025.
66, man. 66.
Oh, man. 66.
How negative is that, man? We could get relegated.
No, I tell you, if I had a tenner, I'd put it on as getting 66.
That has us in 5th place and scraping in to the Champions League.
How'd you figure?
How do you know that, Rob? Have you got a mystic ball?
Well, rewind in 2 months' time and see if I'm right.
I'm sorry, Rob, but
no, I've looked at this. I've looked at the last few tables.
I don't know how many times I have to remind you. Every single prediction this season, every single one, you have 0 points. 0.
Right, hang on a second, right?
0.
So, I'll tell you why I've got 0 points. Because I thought that we would draw with Brighton. We won 7-0. I thought we would draw with Fulham. We lost 2-1. I thought we would draw with Newcastle. So I predicted draw.
Wrong.
And I predicted the correct number of points. But 0. How was I supposed to know we were going to beat Brighton 7-0?
All right, wait, hold on. Right, chat. Who do you think is the most correct here?
Ez.
The wisdom of the crowd is we're getting 72 points.
But come on, at least mine's realistic, man.
Jonathan says. This has been optimistic.
Right, I've looked at Champions League qualification over the past
65
10 seasons, and basically 68 to 70 gets you the last spot. The fourth spot.
4. That was 4, not 5.
I know. So on the basis that there's one more, potentially 66, 67 is enough, but you just don't know.
I think it will be. I tell you why I think it will be, because the teams below us, none of them are consistent, and a lot of them are playing each other. So I think it will be a lower total this season. For those reasons.
Do a poll on points. Chapper says Wolfie, but off by 52 points.
Right, so can we just remember that we did win 7 in a row earlier this season? So
wait, hold on. Sorry, Rob. Oh, he reckons above 70. I thought he said he thought it was going to be 70. Sorry, go on.
I mean, there's a few things that might get in the way, which is if we get deeply involved in the FA Cup, if we get injuries.
Exactly.
That's the sort of thing that can chip away at it. We might overperform on 72.
Might win all of them.
These are just predictions from fans of the club. So take them with a pinch of salt. They may be right.
I'm sorry.
What did we get with Clarkey? What did we get with Frank Clark? Wasn't it 74 or something?
Oh, you got to remember that there was 24 teams in that. I can't remember how many.
No, there wasn't. There wasn't.
It was the league. It was bigger then. It was. Go back and check.
I think
we played more games.
I think
we played 42 games in those days, didn't we?
Yeah,
we played 42 games.
More games, so you can't directly compare it because it's 38 games.
Yeah, but Clarkey put us on a sick run at the end.
I think
Andy on all through the season, mate. The beginning of that season, we won 8 and drew 3.
Yeah.
So Ez just made a good point from the chat.
God, let me land. I was going to
trash land.
I think Ant should take that comment back about we're just Forest fans. We don't know what we're talking about. Me and Wolfie.
No, I didn't say that. I didn't say. No. I have to stop you. I didn't say that. What we're talking about.
Would be winning the league.
I did not say that. You're straw manning as you always do. I did not say that.
Nicky says he reckons we could get 30 points from all the games. Nicky, that's more than these lot predicted. Did any of you predict 30?
How many games are there?
How many games are there?
Ez made a very good point, which is that the run of 7 we had was against these teams. The run of 7 wins we had was against these teams.
What?
The run of 7 wins.
Rob, people always do this, and I understand why, because often there are patterns in football. But because we beat a team 6 months ago, doesn't mean that we are going to beat them this time.
2 months ago, right?
Or even 2 months, or even 2 months ago.
Look at this: Man U beat, Villa beat, Everton beat, Tottenham beat, Crystal Palace beat, Brentford beat, Leicester beat, West Ham beat.
Rob,
Rob,
why are you talking to me? We've gone for the same number of points, mate.
I know.
Exactly.
He's fucking off. Right?
I'm still here, but I'm just saying, Rob, we don't play them at home and away the same again, yeah?
There's 8 in there that we beat in the first.
So we are capable. What you're saying is we are capable of beating all those teams. Yes. Not that we necessarily will.
And also,
say that, but we are
certain
capable
people are playing better now than they were earlier in the season, right? I would say, for example, Williams is better now than he was earlier in the season. Gibbs White is arguably better now than he was. Who's gone backwards? I don't think anyone's gone backwards.
All right, but no, Rob, you can't do that game because you could say Villa are better than when we played them.
Well, that's why I've got us down for a loss there.
Palace are better than when we played them.
Yeah, that's why I've got us down for a draw there. Next, come on. Next,
you've gone from 1 loss in 10, man. 1 loss in 10.
Well, we knew that this run that we've just had was the tricky run, and we always said as soon as Man City's out the way, we've got an absolute sweet last 10 games.
All right, let me run this by you lot. What if we lose to Ipswich? We've just wasted an hour and a bit.
Can you imagine
even if we draw that game, we're on 70. That's why I'm not worried if we draw that
lose, man. What if we lose?
You've got to win those 5 home games, even though I've put it down for a draw with Chelsea at the end. We've got to win. You've got to win those 5 home games. That's where your focus should be. And if you pick a win up away, it really takes the pressure off.
Take a breath. I agree with what you just said. Those 5 home games, for me, are the ones that will get us Champions League.
Yeah, but
we will pick up a few points away from home. We don't need to win them all. We will pick up a few away from home.
And the problem is, Rob doesn't agree with himself.
He does. Yeah,
look what he's done for Chelsea. Look what he's done for Chelsea. Last time I checked, that's at home.
It's going to be a dead rubber. I think it's going to be an on the beach game.
I think the atmosphere at that ground on that last day will be absolutely staggering, and I don't think the players will just not bother. They feed on that.
Exactly.
Yeah, true.
If we both need a point, let's say Forest are 3rd and Chelsea are 5th, do we just play out a draw?
No, because how hilarious would it be to knock Chelsea out of the Champions League spot?
No, you don't think like that. You don't think like that.
No, you say that, Ben. If it meant Bournemouth getting in the Champions League spot, I'll freaking do some kind of pitch invasion to stop that happening, man. I'll tell you what, this is an interesting question, right? Would you rather Forest and Bournemouth got Champions League football or neither of us got it? Matt and Chris were talking about
Forest. That's not a question. That's not a question. Rob, don't even bother answering.
I'm just saying our competitors on Forest all over asked that question, right, to each other. And let's just say the answer was very interesting. If you want to know what they said, make sure you watch their episode.
Well, if they said neither, then they are not Forest fans. I can tell you.
Oh, shots fired! Shots fired, Matt, Chris.
Absolutely. How can you deny your club a chance of being in the Champions League? Yeah, that's what we're talking. How can you deny your club a chance to go into the Champions League just because you don't like Bournemouth?
Yeah, but it's only the same as when Rob said he wants us to get knocked out of the FA Cup to concentrate on the league.
No, I said that at a very early stage.
No, I don't care if it's early. I don't care if it's early. I don't care if it's late. You still said it.
Because that's not the same thing. You're talking about sacrificing your club's benefits just to spite.
All right, let me rephrase the question because obviously, Forest all over don't know how to ask these questions. If Forest guaranteed Champions League, and the last spot is between Chelsea and Bournemouth. Would you take an L against Chelsea to stop Bournemouth getting there?
Yes.
No, I don't care about Bournemouth. I don't care about them. I'm not bothered.
Yeah, but they'd knock us out in the Champions League, probably.
Well, that's true. I'd rather Chelsea be in the Champions League than Bournemouth.
That's the first good point you've made today, Crypto. You wouldn't want them. We'd get them the first. We'd get them the first game.
We'd be gone. We'd be gone.
Yeah, that'll be it.
3-2. 3-2 first game. I feel like smashing my monitor just thinking about it.
Yeah, it's horrible.
No, but look, the point they're making, right, is, I mean, watch the episode for context. But the point is, you nearly scored. Like Forest, I want Forest to be the only one of that class that came up to get Europe. Screw Bournemouth. Screw Fulham.
I think it's hilarious Chelsea not making it in Bournemouth.
I'd rather Chelsea than Bournemouth. There's no way I'd pick Bournemouth.
For all the money I'm anti-Big Six wherever it comes from. So
really, all right. So if Derby were in Bournemouth's place, would you want Chelsea or Derby?
Now you're pushing it.
Careful. Okay. Well, you said you're anti-Big Six. I'm just testing your criteria.
Well, can we just limit it to teams that are in this division? And
realistically, in this universe, because let's face it, Derby ain't going to do it, are they?
True. All right. So, let's just finish up with the cup run then. God knows, like, I hesitate to ask you guys what you think on the cup run. So at the moment, you basically all of you got us winning the league apart from me.
Yeah.
No. Ben, that's enough to come third. That's enough to come third. It depends on what City do, but that's enough to come third.
Second.
No, 72 is enough to come third. Arsenal will get more.
72 gets you second. 72
Arsenal won't get that many points.
Arsenal are going to fold, man.
They've got four more than us right now.
Yeah, but they're going to lose to Chelsea. We'll be 1 point behind them. And then they've got Fulham, I think.
They don't have a striker.
They won't lose to Chelsea, by the way.
They will. They
won't lose to Chelsea.
Yeah,
probably a draw.
Okay, let's do the cup thing, right?
Good draw.
Ben, what are you saying? Cup.
I think we're going to win the cup, so I'm going WWW.
Whoever we're playing, wherever we're playing.
I don't care who we're playing. I think we're going to win the FA Cup. It's written in.
You know what? I would have loved to have done this after we just lost to Newcastle or Fulham and seen your freaking reactionary moves.
Yeah, come on. Ben's been deluded for months now. Since we won 2 in a row, he's gone crazy.
Hang on a second. Who's the one who's always top of the predictor league? Me. Who's the one who's always right?
No. In the FFTV official predictor league with 90 odd people in it, you're not top.
Well, close to top.
I'm second. I'm second, but you're not top.
Yeah, but you cheated because you made me miss the first week. We've had this conversation before. I would have been top. If you put my first one in there.
I'll tell you what, Ben. Let me spin it on you, right? If Forest do what you've said, end up on 72 points, let's call that second or third in the league, and win the FA Cup, you're going to apologise for your outburst about the transfer window and say you were wrong.
No,
because we would have won the league with the right transfer.
I'm not going to apologise because for all I know, somebody could have snapped Chris Wood's leg.
I'm so sick of Man U. Another penalty, man. It's just so rigged, man.
Give it up. They're not going to win it. Give it up.
Round the paper.
All right, so you're saying we win it. I'm not even watching this fight. I'm switching to Spurs, man.
We can't exactly predict it because we don't know who we would get in the next round.
Well, you can because you can predict that as well, mate. So what you said? Well, we got Brighton next round away. Right. How far do you see us going?
The Brighton game is definitely going to pens, and we're definitely going to win on pens.
No, it's not.
Okay.
You got this weird thing that you think managers are playing for 120-minute in cup matches.
I was right about Ipswich.
No, you weren't.
You just got to ask Charlie. I was sat next to him and he got sick of me. So ask Nathan. I predicted it midway through the second half. I said this is going to finish off.
You saying something? That's a surprise.
You can't. Rob's going to be predicting on the last day of the season we're going to get Champions League where we need 0 points.
Right. Look, tell me who we've got in the next round. I'll give you a prediction, but we've got to get past Brighton first.
Yeah, but it doesn't matter, Rob. If we get Man City, we beat them. If we get Villa, we beat them. If we get Man United,
I think it will be the winner of our game, obviously, Man City, hopefully knock out Bournemouth, Fulham or Palace, and then Villa will go through past them. So those will be the 4.
Yeah, well, we can be, we can actually beat any of those teams. So
okay, what if Bournemouth go through?
Except for Bournemouth.
I wouldn't bet against Bournemouth beating that Man City team we just.
I wouldn't bet against it, mate. I would bet on them beating them.
Really?
Yeah, Bournemouth are a concern. Yeah.
Bournemouth's form's been crap, man. What are you lot talking about? They've had
but the thing is, they're so inconsistent. They can't even be inconsistently crap. I mean, they could honestly, if they're firing, they can humiliate.
It's their energy that I look at and makes me worried, because they seem to have tremendous energy, and that in the modern game, that's a big thing. And I think that's where they're getting a lot of success from, just by being able to press high up the pitch.
Do you think that those Man City players can get motivated for something like the FA Cup after winning how many Premier Leagues in a row?
Not against Forest, they can't.
Can they be motivated?
I don't think it matters with them if they're motivated or not, because the players that have gone. They're not coming back. De Bruyne's not coming back. De Bruyne will leave at the end of the season. He's finished as a Man City player, and same with a lot of them.
So, apparently, he's talking about a contract extension.
It don't matter. He'll still be gone in the summer.
All right, so just give me a cup runs. Give me a cup runs. This is like my 6th stream today, boys. I'm wavering. Cup runs. So Ben, you're saying win. Rob, what are you saying?
I forgot Bournemouth in it. If we come up against Bournemouth, this season.
See, you can be realistic.
Well, you don't know who you're going to get, do you? But there's some
but Rob, you can't just say that. Like at the start of the season,
all right,
when
we're going to beat
Bournemouth.
a
domestic trophy and a league title.
Yeah, it's very
we're going to beat Bournemouth in the final.
Are there any teams left that can beat us? Is there 1 team, 2 teams, 3 teams, and then you work it out from that?
So for us, this game, the final, is played after the end of the league season, isn't it? Right. So it's played on the same day as the playoffs in the Championship, isn't it? Right. So
I don't know, man.
Yeah, it is. It is. So we'll have already
not on the same day. It'll be the same weekend.
If we make it to the final against Bournemouth, we'll have already clinched a Champions League place. We'll have everybody fit, and we'll beat Bournemouth, and then that means there's no one we haven't beaten in the.
No, I'm sorry. Bournemouth have never won a trophy. Yeah. We cannot be the team who gives them their first ever trophy. I can't.
We would.
Rob just said we win. So
yeah, we'll beat Bournemouth in the final.
Yeah, but Rob he'll predict we win like 1 minute from the end.
We're going to lose.
No, it's predicted now. It's predicted.
No, we'll beat them on penalties. We'll beat them on. We're going to win all 3 games on penalties.
Yeah, but what you're not understanding is that if Rob says we're going to win, we're 110% going to lose.
I know you've got a point there.
We've just lost the FA Cup.
But you've agreed with Rob on pretty much every prediction. So what's that saying about you?
Yeah, that's why I'm worried. That's why I said I looked.
He takes it all back.
Thinking, well, that's quite ridiculous, and what you've done there.
Restart the stream.
Anyway, we still haven't worked out.
Rob, if you're right about the FA Cup final being on the same day as the playoff championship final, I think I'd
be much bloody room on that pitch. There'll be much room on that pitch, will there?
I think I'd rather go and watch Sheffield get knocked out.
We still haven't worked out at what stage do you take an interest in the FA Cup? Because
semis.
No, I'm interested in this Brighton game, but
all right.
But I won't be devastated if we lose. You know what I mean? It'll be okay. Back to the Champions League.
Well, if we lose 3-2 in the final to Bournemouth, I'd be devastated.
Yeah, that'll piss me off. Yeah, of course it will. Massively. I'll be there.
Is it I'll
turn up for the final.
Is it a good or a bad thing that the semis are at Wembley?
Irrelevant.
No.
I take that back. It's irrelevant as regards whether it's there or because it's always played at neutral ground anyway. But I do think it takes away the majesty and the specialness of Wembley Stadium by having.
I agree. It's usually Old Trafford and Villa Park, wasn't it, back in the day?
Yeah.
Don't you think that a few ordinary supporters, a few low lifes like us, might actually be able to get a ticket for that? Whereas the chance of getting a ticket for the final is close to.
Rob, nil. I can tell you with 100% certainty, if we get to the final, I will get a ticket.
Yeah. Also, if it is against Bournemouth, we'll pretty much have the whole stadium. You know what I'm saying?
That's true as well. Absolutely. Yeah.
I know somebody that joined a Huddersfield Life membership to get to the playoff final.
Yeah, a few people did.
All right, so Rob, I still don't know what you're saying. Are we winning it or not?
Yeah, we're going to beat Bournemouth in the final on penalties.
I really hope you're wrong. All right, let me ask you this.
Right. Replay this in 2 months.
No, I don't. If we face Bournemouth in the final, then I've lost all hope in football, man. I'm sorry. No, I can't. I don't want to play.
What a ridiculous time it is to be a football fan when you're A, concerned that we'll lose to Bournemouth, and B, we're actually considering that as they've got Man City this round. It's just insane that we're just thinking, oh, we'll forget Bournemouth. We're dismissing Man City as if they're nothing. What's going wrong with this world?
We can beat Man City.
Well, we have. Yeah.
No, I'm not talking. No, I don't mean that, Chris. I mean the fact that we're even considering that it's going to be Bournemouth or expecting Bournemouth to go through against Manchester City. You know, in the last 10 years, that would not have been a thought.
Yeah, I mean, Man City now beneath us, so I don't really care about them. But
well, all right, let's do this right. Out of the teams that we think will go through, so let's just say we beat Brighton, even though I'm not convinced. Let's say Crystal Palace go through over Fulham and Villa, and then Man City or Bournemouth. Who do you want in the semis?
Fulham could beat us as well.
Crystal Palace, because it'll be a draw and we'll beat them on penalties.
Oh my god! Do we win every match on penalties?
Yeah, he's already he said that already. Pay attention. Right.
How did we win the last two?
How did we go out in the League Cup? How did we go out in the League Cup this year?
Yeah, okay, that's when we had Taiwo and Sangare taking the penalties. That's when they learned how to win a penalty shootout. We just don't have Taiwo and Sangare taking the penalties.
We're very good.
I am really confident when we go to penalties. I am really confident.
Yeah. I'm not like Germany. We don't. This is exactly. This is how the Germans feel.
Yeah. You just know that every penalty is going to be bang.
Which is hugely. It's hugely ironic because according to Ant, penalties don't count. But there you go.
No, they don't count. I don't think we should count towards the stats of a Premier League like goal scoring chart because it's an unfair advantage over people that don't take penalties. I don't think that's.
I mean, in the FA Cup, they don't, Ant, to be fair. So.
Guys, we're on 138 likes. So if 12 of you could get us on 50, it'd be much obliged. But out of those four, I'm going to give you 4 teams that go through: Fulham, Bournemouth, Villa. Who do you want in the semi-finals?
Not Fulham.
That's not 3 teams. Fulham, Bournemouth.
Who would be the 4th you would
go crazy tonight?
What did you say?
What was the question?
All right, so these are the teams that go through: Fulham, Bournemouth, Villa. Who do you want in the semis?
Villa.
Fulham.
Fulham is semi-bogey team, man. Chat, what are you saying?
They absolutely are, but it's at Wembley, so it's not like our ground.
Around the corner from them, man. That's not, like we got to travel further.
Yeah, well, if you look at this, they've got a good squad, but it's not as good as ours. So on a normal day, on a neutral ground, I'd back our lads to be able to beat them. They won't score past our defence.
David's saying Villa. What are you saying, Rob?
Well, I wouldn't want.
They're all semi-bogey.
I wouldn't want either. Doesn't matter though, because we can beat any one of them on penalties.
Penalties.
This is going to happen. Starting at Brighton, we're going to win 5 FA Cup ties in a row on penalties.
I swear to God.
Is it that unlikely?
I think everyone can now.
Everyone's actually very unlikely. I think statistically, it's astronomically unlikely.
Listen, we beat Wolves on penalties last year, and we beat Sheffield United on penalties in the Championship playoff. So we have a very good record in penalties.
I'll tell you what,
$5. Go on.
I was just going to say, if you genuinely believe that, Rob, you should put a bet on because you probably get odds of like 1,000,000 to 1.
I might actually. My bets are always good.
Curtis with the $5.
I normally bet on politics though, so football I'm not so sure about.
All right, Curtis with the $5. Thank you, bro. He says Villa beat Preston, Man City beat Bournemouth, Fulham beat Palace, Forest beat Ipswich. Then he's saying Forest, Fulham, Man City Villa, and a Man City beat us in the final,
no
man. He got me all worked up there.
Yeah, that's what I thought. It ended up as a Man City Forest final. That's exactly what.
Yeah, but I think
confused.
I think we'd win.
Ipswich aren't in it, so I'm confused. No, we're playing Ipswich, aren't we? Oh, fuck you now. Time for bed.
Just put that one in. Okay. All right. All right.
Yeah,
so
I can see that happening. That's a perfectly reasonable.
Well, so you think we lose in the final? Is that what you're saying?
Except for the last bit, he got the last bit wrong. But that's because he's a bit negative, Curtis. I'm sorry, and he reads
He predicted the same amount of points as you did. All right. Well, apparently Forest is going to win everything, guys. So this has been a happy clapper and a half stream. If you enjoyed it, make sure you've hit that like button. We'll be back. I got my preview, a realistic one for you coming out for Ipswich tomorrow. So make sure you're tuned in for that. And then, of course, we got the big game on Saturday kicking off. Is it 3 p.m. this weekend? Are we away?
Checking out. Yes, Saturday, 3 p.m. kickoff.
Saturday, 3
How
p.m.
unfashionable.
Well, Ipswich aren't in it. We're playing Ipswich in the league. So that's what was confusing me.
Yeah. He just put it in there, man.
Yeah.
He's just saying he thinks Forest will beat Ipswich.
No, I
but
know.
It was an FA Cup run, wasn't it?
He meant Brighton. He meant Brighton.
That's why I was confused. You can see now why I was confused.
No, he already wrote Brighton on there. What are you talking about? He wrote. Oh yeah, no, he meant Brighton.
Yeah, that was.
I was covering for you, Curtis. I tried, man. He still wants to out you, so sorry. All right, we will see you tomorrow then, guys. Enjoy your evening, and yeah, Forest finishing on 77 points according to Ez. Let's hope he's right. Thank you for watching. Come on, you Reds.
You Reds.